Hello everyone, welcome to another video, another celestial tour. Today, the Artemis 1 SLS rocket has launched. Just kidding, normally it was going to be launched this morning on August 29th, but it got postponed to Friday, September 2nd. It's a big disappointment, yes, but NASA has been working on this mission for years. In fact, the rocket was going to be lifted off in December 2016, but it got postponed many times. And I mean, this is NASA, delays are normal. It's not like they're going on vacation. They're literally lifting off a rocket that needs a crucial amount of knowledge of engineering and rocket science. Despite that, this is a big event for the space fandom. That's why I had decided to make a video about this. So let's jump right in. Now, you know about the Apollo program. For example, the Apollo 11 moon landings and the Gemini program. These programs were about going to the moon, and now we have the Artemis program. The Artemis program was named after the Greek god Apollo's wife. This space program is an important one because after 50 years, NASA is back on going to the moon. Its purpose is to establish a permanent human presence on the moon and get ready for sending humans to Mars. The first step for this is Artemis 1. Artemis 1 is an uncrewed test flight and it will be launched this Friday from the Kennedy Space Center. The rocket that will be launched is a Space Launch System, which is 98 meters or 322 feet tall. It is not taller than the Saturn V rocket, which is 111 meters or 363 feet tall, but is heavier. The SLS weighs 4 million kilograms or 8.8 million pounds of thrust, and the Saturn V rocket weighs 3.5 million kilograms or 7.6 million pounds of thrust. The SLS can travel at the average speed of 40,000 kilometers per hour or 24,500 miles per hour. Now yes, this will be an uncrewed test flight, but the Orion spacecraft will carry the future crews with 4 astronauts in the Artemis 2 and 3 missions. According to NASA, the Orion spacecraft can provide them with electricity and life support, and that is why Orion is being sent, in order to test how the spacecraft handles things. The crew module has 9 cubic meters or 316 cubic feet of internal space, which is substantially more than the 3 Apollo astronauts had during their lunar missions. It is 3.3 meters or 11 feet high and 5 meters or 16.5 feet in diameter. NASA's SLS had a wet dress rehearsal in June 2022, during which engineers loaded the spacecraft with fuel and staged a simulated countdown. A hydrogen leak forced the rehearsal to be called off with only 29 seconds left in the countdown, but authorities claimed they still learned a lot from the test. Basically, the primary goal of the Artemis 1 mission is to send the Orion spacecraft to the moon's orbit, but without a crew. Orion will come back to Earth on October 10th. Now, Artemis 1 is just the beginning. Obviously, the SLS and Orion will continue their journey with NASA's Artemis program. The first woman and the first person of color will be brought to the moon by 2026, and eventually, a permanent human presence will be established. The Artemis 2 mission is scheduled for 2024. The Orion spacecraft will not land the astronauts on the moon, but will take them to the moon's orbit. In other words, it will take them around the moon. Fun fact, there will be Canadian astronauts from the Canadian Space Agency included in the Artemis 2 mission. If the Artemis 2 mission is successful, NASA is hoping to land people on the moon for the Artemis 3 mission. In conclusion, it is exciting that NASA has returned with its new moon program 50 years after the Apollo program. This shows that the people that are still living right now, especially my generation, will see people landing and staying active on the moon. Like I said, the Artemis program is not only about going to the moon and colonizing it, but also about Mars. This also prepares humanity to discover and colonize Mars, which is something Elon Musk wants to do a lot. I honestly think that me and others should be proud to be a part of these exciting events where people will continue discovering our one and the only natural satellite and eventually start discovering the red planet. Thank you for watching and stay astronomical.